Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here. Welcome to another 10-minute mix challenge. In this challenge, we are going to be looking at reverb and delay. So far we have done the preparation, we've done volume and automation, we've done EQ and compression. So now it's time to add a little bit of atmosphere. Now again, similar to the other ones I've done, I have a template, and again, I suggest that you build yourself a template over time, and this is going to help you get through these 10-minute mix challenges a lot easier and a lot more efficient. Now, what we're looking for in this 10-minute mix challenge is not to get the perfect reverb and the perfect delays. What we want to get is the fundamental base for our mix. So we just want to get the majority of the stuff settled and an idea of it, and just to get the feel for the song. Okay, when we get to a creative stage or we get out of these 10-minute mix challenges, that's when you can start to tweak and obsessively look for the perfect delay and the perfect this and whatever else, and make adjustments. What we want to get is we want to get this song sounding just fundamentally good across the board. We want to get some basic reverbs on and just get the feel for the song and the texture going. So in my template, we've got some basic reverbs here, but what I've also got is I've also got some saved presets for different tracks here. So for instance, here I have a room setting already loaded. Now this is a very basic, small, dark room, nothing special about it. It's not a very obvious reverb when I put it on, and I already have the sends already set up, and they're configured to be quite low. So generally I will add this across the board on all the tracks. And what this does is it just places all of the instrumentation into the same sort of room. Just add a little bit of texture and just make them feel like they're together. After that, then I would generally start to place plates or halls or springs or whatever else on there, and I can load these from a template instead of doing them manually. Now, of course, that means that I've already pre-selected my plugins that I'm using and the settings that I'm using, and I'll generally do that across the board. Again, I'll come back later to tweak them, adjust them to make if things don't fit or don't seem right, but I can get a general feel of what I want to do and get it basically sounding pretty good just by using these templates. Same with the delays. I'll have some delays here, a stereo delay and a mono delay, and I'll apply them if I feel they need to be applied, adjust the time values, that sort of stuff, to get them sounding quite nice. So again, we're going to obviously stick to a 10-minute timer. So I'm going to turn a timer on, and I'm just going to go ahead, play this and start mixing. And again, I won't be talking through the 10 minutes. So just watch what I'm doing, and hopefully we'll get some great results out of this.
When I No, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, you make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else could. You feel all is good, and all I need is you, baby, and I can't get enough, no, never enough. 'Cause when I feel down, you pick me up, down on the ground and all the way up. You pick me up, make me feel good, make me feel good when no one else does.
Okay, so the timer's gone off. That's my 10 minutes up, and I've got some basic reverbs on pretty much everything. As you'd see, I put the room on everything, including the bass, just to put the bass in the same room as everything else. A little bit of plate on the drums, just to add a bit of thickness to them and some atmosphere. Some plates on the guitars and spring reverb on the leads and the spring reverb. So my plates are basically using an EMT 140, and my spring is using the AKG BX20. And then we have similar settings on all of these. So the plates are very similar on all of the tracks there. The room's the same. The hall, we're using an EMT 250, quite a big hall sound. It's to add a little bit of height and brightness to the sound. And the vocals there, I obviously put quite a few reverbs on just to add some texture, add a little bit more than what normal. So I usually spend a bit more time on the vocals, adding the reverbs and delays, because they're the main element that you're listening to a lot of the time. That's where I usually spend a bit of my time. So you'll see I've actually put quite a lot on here: room, plate, hall, and then I put a tape delay on there just to add a little bit more, and another stereo delay. Now, not sure if the stereo delay will stay, because at the moment I've got it quite low. It's just adding a little bit of texture, but we're not 100% convinced that it's the right thing to do. But that's what we've got in the 10 minutes. And you would have seen there, I did try a different delay plugin, the Galaxy Tape Echo, but it just wasn't working for the song for me at the moment, playing with the presets. Now, this is a pretty new plugin that I've got. I haven't really played that much with it, so I don't know too much about it yet. So this was just a bit of a trial and error. Pull up a preset and see what happened, and it didn't quite work out. So I just went back to my trusty sort of H delay, Waves H delay here, which is nice. I like this one. It's very simple. As you would have seen, I had an Echo Boy on there. So I've got quite a few delays that I have available to me. The tape delay is using the UAD EP34, which is a nice subtle tape delay. Very good. And that's pretty much all I've done. So I've got all of those there, a bit of atmosphere going on, nothing else happening. So give that a shot on your mix, see what you can get in your 10 minutes. As I said, as you start to learn to do this and get your favorite sort of settings going, make sure you save it into a template, include it in template. As you can see with Cubase, I have the ability to load track presets, which makes it quite simple. So even if I don't want to have these already preloaded, I can save them all and then call them up, which basically loads all of the plugins on this track, the entire settings, with one click. So that's very handy and very fast to do. So if your DAW can do that, it's a good idea to start saving yourself some nice track presets as well, so that you can call them up when the need arises. All right, so hopefully that's been helpful to you, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.